If you don't make the finals, you come home. And you throw that saddle in the corner and I don't want to see it anymore. I said, okay. Well, I made the finals and I won the average. And my dad was in the arena when I got off my last horse. I don't know how he got there. It was in Oklahoma City then. And he said, my God, he said, you can't quit now, can you?
Living life, living right. If you want to ride with me, you better hold on tight. All right. Gas is calling for wild rides. The forecast is calling for wild rides. It might be sunny and blue skies, but the forecast is calling for wild rides.
I'm Dale Polkey with Dakota Community Bank and Trust, and I'd like to welcome you to this episode of Wild Rides.
You know, I grew up in South Dakota. My dad came out of World War II in Texas, and he moved to South Dakota, bought a ranch, and he roped calves, which was, he didn't travel that much, but he did go to Denver and a few times, and and we roped a lot at home, but it just seemed like that country was filled with Pete Longbrake and Bud Day and Casey Tibbs and all of those, and that's kind of where your interest started to fall, was that way, I guess. So, but you know, as far as in high school and college, I worked every event. I liked the timed events, but it was a lot more expensive if you want to go that way. You gotta haul horses and you gotta practice. You gotta have a lot of cattle. I learned in college, you know, you can have those calves, but you still gotta feed them. It still takes a lot of work. Yeah. So I probably rode bareback horses better. A lot of them thought I did for a while, but they kept changing the riggings, and it got to hurting me, and my hands swelled up, and I thought, you know, there's got to be a better way. And my folks wouldn't let me get on any Broncs one year they went to Texas in the fall, and I snuck off and went to one. And of course, you know, my brother rode Broncs, and a guy worked for us, rode Broncs, Dennis Hens, for a long time. Of course, he wanted a barrack ride too. But I heard him talking about this stuff for 3 or 4 years, and first time I got on, I won the Bronc ride, and it was just a little deal, but I thought, boy, this is easy. So, I don't know, just one thing led to another, I guess. I still like to rope. I did then, you know, my wrists are so bad now, they've been broke up so much that I don't follow through good, so I don't like to rope anymore as much. But, you know, at that time, I didn't get it. As long as I was horseback, it didn't matter. I loved it all. It's not one event stuck out over the other that much. So, I played football. I was all-state defensive end. I was second team halfback. I played basketball. I run track. They wanted me to play football in college, but they didn't have any more scholarships, so they wanted me to run track for them, give me a track scholarship. I said, no, thank you, and I went to rodeo. And that was it. In the fall of 1974, I told my dad had told me, was I coming home from college or was I going to rodeo? I said, you need to make up your mind. This was in 71, and I went home. By the end of 74, I told my dad, I said, I think you better sell this ranch. I said, I've got to go, I got things to do that I've got to go take care of. He said, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll keep that ranch for a year. If you make the finals, okay. But he said, I'm not going to help you. But he said, if you don't make the finals, you come home. And you throw that saddle in the corner and I don't want to see it anymore. I said, okay. Well, I made the finals, and I won the average. And my dad was in the arena when I got off my last horse. I don't know how I got there. It was in Oklahoma City then. And he said, my God, he said, you can't quit now, can you? And that's the way it's been, I guess. Yeah, the only thing that really bothered me, my granddad died that year, the same year, and he never did get to get the finals. It bothered me. My dad's dead, and he was a great cowboy. And my great-great-granddad, made 5 trail herds north out of Texas right after the Civil War. So that's why we moved to South Dakota in the first place, because he kept a diary every day, and this is the best cow country, he said, this side of Texas. I think he got here from Germany when he was 6 years old. He landed on the southern coast. No, he was not born in Texas. Well, they didn't have the same help every time, but he had the same old blue lead steer just about every time. But he'd take him back home because he was, and a lot of those trail herds, they get caught on them big rivers, would wait for my great-great-granddad's steer to lead him across, and he got the fun. He would get to cross first, and then he'd send that steer back. After he made his first trail herd, he went back to Coleman there, and he bought that Raptor 3, which ended up to be the ranch brand there. And he ended up, he built a boulevard in Coleman. He built onto the Methodist Church. I think he built onto the library. And there was a Mrs. Love living in the south part of the county, but between she and he, Coleman just kind of grew because of them. They built on so many things, And he owned, I think he owned a bank, or at least part of it.
So he's quite an entrepreneur.
With an 8th grade education. My granddad's dad was his name was Miller. He married my great-great-granddad's oldest daughter, and he was a CPA and a lawyer. Never did and his wife, Gampy's oldest, J.P. Morse's oldest daughter, she ran the office, the ranch office, till she died, actually. It was really good for me. I can remember that. If I can go back and find something that really instilled the confidence in me, it was getting on him.
This life, full of moments, big moments, small moments, in-between moments. It's about missing out on nothing and celebrating everything. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for over 100 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
It's not just any other hat. It's a 143-year-old time-tested tradition. 100% fur felt, built, and shaped by expert hands. Custom fit for the life you live. Earned hats turns heads. So expect compliments. Earned hats, above average because you are.
When looking for a new financial institution, forget the rest and head west. Head to Western Cooperative Credit Union. Whatever your financial need, we're the best in the West and probably everywhere else too. Western Cooperative Credit Union. Join the herd.
Hey, put on your Justin boots and come ride with us on the Cowboy Channel. Wild rides.
Dakota Community Bank and Trust is your leading ag lender. We have always promoted farming, ranching, rodeo, and our Western heritage. In 1987, Hugh Connolly won the first saddle we sponsored, and since then we have sponsored nearly 200 saddles to rodeo athletes. We have been a leader in the ag business and the Western way of life since 1940. We have been a proud sponsor of rodeo, ranching, cowboys, and the cowboy way for the last 80 years. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
Matching the truck equipment to the vehicle is very important. You need to match the GVW of your truck to the GVW of your truck equipment. You want to put those together so that when you're out driving around or working in the field, you're not too heavy, you're not too light, you're not overloaded, you're not underloaded. You're setting it up. The truck equipment needs to match the vehicle.
When I went to finals the first time, one of the first horses I had was a bucking horse of the year at the time, which was Frontier Airlines. And something about, not that he was the rankest horse or the hardest horse to ride there. This is not the point but I had him right away, and I thought, my God, if I can ride the bucking horse of the year, I can ride anything else here. And my confidence level jumped so high that confidence is a bit like China. You know, it's a little bit hard to get, but it's damn easy to break. And it was good. It was really good for me. I can remember that. If I can go back and find something that really instilled the confidence in me, it was getting on him. Because before, the only time I'd had him was in a short go at Houston one year, and I don't know, my confidence level was bad, and I got talked out of it. The mental game was not good, and I rode him for about 7 seconds, stepped off and walked away because I knew he was supposed to let me off. And this turned everything around for me. And after that, I knew what confidence was, and it probably stayed with me through that. It's probably one of the moving. If you want to know a moving deal, that's probably what moved as much as anything. Remember the first time this was ever said? Benjamin Franklin said, don't ever let them ranchers get a hold of you, farmers get a hold of you. The food's that will control you. They'll control you. Benjamin Franklin said that. Whatever years that was, a long time ago. It's been a known fact for a long time. Yes. And I agree with that. I think they will do it through taxes.
Yes.
My granddad told me, he said, if you can get of course, that changes all the time. But he said, if you can withstand enough silver and gold for 2 years of taxes, 1 year of operating, it'll be a long time getting this country from you. Maybe the times we're in make us realize how special our freedoms are. Agriculture being one of those freedoms that we are luckily have. I mean, they're attacking all our freedoms, speech and religion and everything. It's very worrisome to me. The bad thing is, we're pretty little, and what can we really do until maybe a revolution starts, and then we know what to do. We don't know what form this revolution will take, but there will be one at some point, I think, because I think we've got some people that are trying to hurt this nation, and it needs taken care of. Kevin, I don't know what, like I say, I don't know what form it will take. I don't think it's going to be like a civil war where there's guns and all of that, but I don't know. But somehow things have got to be taken care of. I pray for people like Mr. Trump that he did more in 4 years than we could even ask with very little corporations. And now we've got 8-9 months of one man that's undone everything we did. Or he did. No, he. And I don't know. I pray for our nation. And it don't matter whether it starts, the ones you met and started in college, even high school and college, are still some of your best friends.
Have you been putting off having your roof replaced? Now's the time to call Shetler's Construction and Roofing of Southwest North Dakota. Don't let your old bad roof cause problems and expense. Call Shetler's Construction and Roofing today for a free estimate.
Big Boy Toys.
Why settle for free checking when you can have free checking with bells and whistles? Get Kasasa checking at Western Cooperative Credit Union and get rewarded for doing what you do. ATM refunds, interest, cash back, and more. Western Cooperative Credit Union. Join the herd.
I'm John DeBoard, owner of Double J Saddlery. We're here in Yoakum, Texas, home of Double J. We've been here in business for 22 years. Very proud of our organization, family-owned business, multi-generation. Our primary focus today is to build a saddle tree in our shop that fits your horse and fits you equally as well.
Demand for land in central and western Nebraska has rarely ever been as strong as it is right now. If you've been thinking of selling, please let Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers show you how they sold $77 million of Nebraska real estate in 2020 alone. 98% of all buyers now begin their search online. Lashley Land appears at the top of all Google search results for all types of Nebraska real estate. Give them a call or check them out at LashleyLand.com.
Introducing Vitalix Feedlot Starter Tubs, formulated for beef calves before and after weaning to help decrease pull rates and stress while increasing saliva. Feedlot Starter Tubs contain Diamond V Nature Safe, which supports immune strength, antibiotic stewardship, and gut health. They're also packed with a Veil of 4, a nutrient containing organic zinc, manganese, copper, and cobalt. Vitalix. Stretch your profits with every lick. Visit Vitalix.com to find out more.
Shetler's Construction and Roofing is Dickinson's residential and commercial roofing contractor. Whether your roof needs shingles or metal, you can trust Shetler's Construction and Roofing to provide a quality finished product. Call today for a free estimate, 690-7713.
There was a lot of good. Tom Larson was an awfully good all-around hand. He worked all the events, and there was just, I don't know. I liked them all at that time, and it didn't cost that much to go and when you were in school. So after school, then money has a lot to do with which way you go. Yeah. I don't remember Dean Armstrong as much as the rest of my. Like Jim and Tom and Dwayne, I was real fond of. Dwayne was one of my best friends. He was good. And Alvin and I worked really hard for a couple of years to get Marvin Berkman into the hall. And those I knew. Dean I did not know very well. Who he was, yes, I did not know him very well. But they were all good. I wish I'd have brought my phone. I've got a picture of Tom on bucking horses here at Father Funlanders. On my tape, yeah, on Trails End. Oh, it was good. It's 1961, I believe. The horse bucked and he rode it good. And I understand, don't quote me on this exactly, but I think he's the only man to ride him twice. He said there were some guys rode him once, but nobody but Tom ever rode him but twice. And that's kind of, I'm not sure that's the gospel, but that's what I understand. You know, I'm sure physically they might have been tougher, but, you know, as far as riding good, sticking them in the neck, no, they didn't ride as good. Even Casey didn't ride as good. He was ahead of his time, but this thing is, you look at them guys winning the world now, they're setting their feet, toes turned straight out and getting dragged. They're doing so many correct things. But you got to realize, Kevin, too, if there was one good thing coming to this COVID deal, the contractors come together and we get 5 or 6, 7 contractors coming kind of like the finals. They're good. And if you can keep hitting on good horses, like if you get on 7 out of 10 good ones versus 1 out of 10 or 2, you'll be riding better. And it's made these guys. The competition is, and the horses are better than they've ever been, I think. Just like those guys like Tom and Jim, and they all had to go through some growing stages. Casey and all of them did. You know, it was just kept getting better. We missed one guy that might have been ahead of his time, and Mel Highland rode so good. He rode a horse at Cheyenne called Morrow River that comes from right at home from a contractor there, Eddie Bachman, but it come from the Haynes Ranch first. But you know, you could put that ride up against anything today, and it's gonna fit. It's good. It was good. I don't know. The money's so good. You know, it's way better than it ever was. In 1975, I went to the finals the first year. I placed in 7 rounds out of 10, win the average, and got out of there $5,200. But how good is it? I mean, you know, it's grown in it. And don't get me wrong, I'm proud to go. Somebody had to go through the growing years, and I'm glad that I was there. Because before that, when Dwayne Howard and Jim Tasher and them were going, it was worse than that. You know, we had it good. We thought we had it good. When I was going, it's just gotten so much better. But rodeo was good to me. I will admit that. And it's probably, it's been better to some than I, but good Lord, it's been good to me. And there's a lot of people that are not as good as what it was to me. You meet a lot of special people, and they end up special in your life the rest of your life. And it don't matter whether it starts, the ones you met and started in college, even high school and college, are still some of your best friends in the rodeo game. I don't know, life takes a lot of tangents, and maybe we're just lucky to be on one and still going. Like Craig Miller told me, he said, I've known you a long time. He said, you've seen happier the last 2 or 3 years than ever. Well, you know, I come down with the cancer deal, and they got it under control, but in the last couple of years. But it makes you kind of look at your whole card. And when my doctor, one day I kind of laughed, and she said, well, I think we're going to keep you alive another 4 or 5 years. I said, well, Doc, I hope I can have a lot of fun the next sort of guy, because I've had as much fun as most people do in like 2 lifetimes anyway. So I just think we got to live life that is handed to us and make the best of it.
give us something to remember. We're living life, living right. If you want to ride with me, you better